Hi everybody, it's me Devin from the Friend Off, and I'm back with my top 5 Prince hairdos. Number 5, the OG fro. Listen, this is 1970s Prince, before most of us knew him. North Minneapolis. Don't call me Skipper no more. I just got my first record contract. I'm walking down the street with a cake cutter comb in my back pocket to pick out my fro. What I love about this hair is, in all the photos you see of him during this decade, his fro comes in all kinds of textures and lengths. I'm curious about the products he was using, and I suspect it was probably Afro Sheen, Proline, Lusters, basically all the hair care advertised during the Soul Train scramble board back in the day. I'm also convinced Prince was sitting between some brown Vaselined thighs, getting that scalp scratched with a rat tail comb and greased with some hair food. I take Prince to definitely be a hair food dude. And I think it was one of the girlfriends he mentioned in the Beautiful One's memoir who was doing that greasing of the scalp. The fro he rocked the last few years of his life is the B-side to the 70s fro. So it would be this fro. My friend Brittany says that Prince had all the black woman hairstyles, and he did the ultimate black woman transition around 2012 when he went natural. He went from a TWA to a moon-sized fro. My first memory of seeing the return of his natural hair was somewhere around when he did the performance with Mary J. Blige at the iHeartRadio concert, or the View, or the Rock and Roll Love Affair video. It was somewhere during that time. Number 4, Parade era. This was the first time Prince looked sleek. He didn't have all the hair in his face like he did earlier in the 1980s, even up to Purple Rain. His hair was really short and he was wearing it out of his face. Also, his silhouettes were getting simpler during this time, and he stopped wearing all the ruffly Amadeus-ness of the previous era. Parade was couture Prince, and his hair matched. Styled by Jill Jones's late great-uncle, Earl Jones, my 2 favorite hairstyles from this era are in the film Under the Cherry Moon: the finger waves and the spit curl. This was 1920s Prohibition Cotton Club Prince. To me, this was also the first time we could see how truly handsome Prince was. A lot of hairy abdomen during this time too, and I'm not mad about it. The B-side to this look was 2004 Musicology. After a decade of all those sculptured dudes like the Typhoon, Prince returned to parade-like sleekness. He was wearing tailored suits again, and his hair was short, but this time with a tapered cut. This look actually started during the One Night Alone tour. And I remember going to a show on this tour, not having seen a photo of him for a while. And I was pleasantly surprised when he opened the show with Rainbow Children and walked out in all white, including white moon boots, and that tapered cut that he would perfect and recalibrate for the next 10 years. But it peaked during Musicology, in my opinion. Some folks called this the Halle Berry, but I call it the Prince, because his bangs are still undefeated. My favorite version of this hairstyle was his first appearance on Ellen in 2004. Kim Berry had them edges laid. They were not only laid, they were glistening. Number 3, the ribboned plaits from the rave period. I call this look double Dutch bus. It's almost Congolese or Ghanaian, and this look combines 2 of my favorite elements, plaits and ribbons. When I was a little girl, my mom plaited my hair, and she would always put ribbons either at the bottom of the plait, the top of the plait, or both ends. This look is very Southern, but it endured through the Great Migration. And what I have always loved about Prince and his music, his style, but also his hair, he always gives a head nod to the past. Which brings me to the B-side for Double Dutch Bus, the mini ponytails from New Power Soul. According to Kim Berry, this style was inspired by one of Prince's cousins who used to wear her hair this way when they were children. Another reason this style is one of my favorites is the color. Prince really started experimenting with lighter hair colors during this time, taking a break from the jet black. The mini ponies were also a transitional hairstyle because he was growing out his hair ever since the Emancipation Jam of the Year tour. This was a precursor to the Double Dutch Bus. He would attempt this style again in the early 2000s before cutting it all off, but I didn't like it in the longer length as much. Number 2, also from the New Power Soul era. Number 2 is what I like to call independent Auntie. She got a good job with bomb benefits, got a secret black feminist blog on Tumblr, her 5-year-old Mini Cooper is paid off, and she just put a $25,000 down payment on a condo loft in St. Paul. Again with this look, the color. I fell in love with the independent Auntie during the Mel B interview in 1998. When Prince and Mel B were sitting on the steps at the end, the layers in the back are perfection. Kim Berry's blending skills are on full display, and so is the tireless flexibility of Prince's hair. Also, bangs for days, bangs for nights. Promise me the bang, bang, bang. No B-side for this one, folks. Independent Auntie is an EP. Number 1, Prince of Nazareth. The long hair beard combo is my all-time favorite. We're introduced to this look during Graffiti Bridge. The precursor was Batman, but he didn't have the beard for that. Prince with long hair is just honestly meditative. Was he born in Minneapolis or a manger? The still would stand all time scene in Graffiti Bridge was not only a spiritual experience, but the Prince of Nazareth look was fully realized in this scene, especially in those close-ups. With this look, Prince is healing the sick. And with the pre-millennium version of this look during the rave era, he is feeding the multitudes. His long hair and beard combined with the robes during this period took me all the way out. Absolutely stunning. Prince of Nazareth is a maxi single because in 2000, when he changed his name back to Prince, he gave us one last hurrah with the long hair, beard, sometimes 5 o'clock shadow combo with the reverse ombre. A tamer version of this can be seen in the Rave Until the Year 2000 concert. But my favorite expression of the reverse ombre was the 2000 Soul Train Awards. However, this would be the last time we would see Prince not only experiment with color to such a visible extent, but also the last time we would see him with long, straight hair. This list would not be complete without giving reverence to the late, great Earl Jones and to the dexterous Kim Berry. Their skills helped bring countless Prince eras to life. That's my top 5. What are yours? Please share in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and become a member or join Prince's Friend over at Patreon. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be seeing you around. I love you all. Peace and be wild.